Hey guys, welcome back. Stop Talk and Roll, your number one show for jiu-jitsu analysis on YouTube. Today, like I said, if you've been watching the last few episodes, I have a lot of Jeff and myself and Jay. So Jeff's on here, and we have Brett, a rare purple belt sighting. We have 3 purple belts that train consistently at Greenwich, which is Brett, Bob, and Q. So it's nice to get them in a round when I can. Brett plays very tight, so he's coming through, dealing with the knee shield. Jeff's looking for a Kimura, and Brett is hiding his arm very well. Let's see what shenanigans Jeff's up to. Huh. If that's on the other side of his head, I wonder if he could pull down. Oh, does he have a choke in? So when this happens, I kind of start thinking like this is a Bravo or a Darce kind of choke. And I like to be careful of that. I think that's like a baseball bat choke with the lapel. Let's break it down. Let's look at it. All right, so we're on either side of the neck. So I think ideally what Jeff would want to do here is, and you can see by that little adjustment, is you has to cut his elbow in to get his forearm around Brett's neck here. Okay, and you can see, I believe that's the case because of this little push right here, where he pushes this arm down, which lets him drive his arm across the neck. Brett senses this coming and uses the other hand to assist to get out. Here, I mean, you're probably gi's going to come off, but I would look to punch my arm through this way and then like circle my elbow back around my lapel. Oh yeah, just like that. Just like that. Yeah. Just to make it a little bit easier to manage now. I was going to say, Brett, you consider standing up, but Brett stood up. Yeah, and the gi's off. So that's... I promise I don't watch these before I film them, or before I do these videos. But I saw that happening, just based off of how the gi was going there. All right, we're back in. So when you have somebody that continually attacks your lapel like this, I mean, you gotta you can't let them get a hold of it, because it can be very frustrating to deal with, because the game suddenly turns into it's not so much the body. I'm not talking trash on the gi when I say this. It's just my thoughts. Instead of dealing with the body mechanics, you're dealing with this lapel, which is an interesting... I'm going to stop and talk. It's interesting. Stop talk. It's an interesting thought, because if you're thinking about playing gi and your focus is lapels and collars and sleeves and whatnot, that's a little bit more consistent. Obviously you have different gi sizes, but it's almost like you're doing jiu-jitsu against the gi, and there's a body inside of it. So you can have a little bit more, I think, more consistency in your training, because the gi's going to operate in the same way. It's not somebody's arm for a Kimura might be more flexible or less flexible, so the amount that you have to torque it to get a break is different. The gi's going to bend the way the gi bends. It's going to conform around the body the way it conforms around the body. So, if in this example, if Jeff's able to get the lapel underneath the armpit like this and then pull down, it's going to jack Brett's arm up like this. The gi's always going to function in that manner. It doesn't matter if Brett's 500 pounds, bodybuilder, or if he's 150 pound purple belt, right? If you torque down on the gi, it's going to lift the arm up, versus if I take that same 500 pound guy and I try to like arm drag him, might be a little hard to move his arm, right? I don't know if that's, I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that's translating correctly. Like you could make the same argument like, oh, that might not work. But the thing is you're taking this further out on the lever and it's easier to manipulate and pull. So if you have a much stronger person, you know, it's definitely something good to look at. I would focus, Brett, on getting this knee out right here. It's always better in my mind to be playing quarter guard than half guard, or quarter mount, however you want to look at it, just because you're going to have the mobility of that knee and thus the mobility of your hips, right? If he pops this knee out, now suddenly his hips can, if his knee's not popped out, right? So he's in the situation that he is, if he chooses to go this way, Jeff just follows him and sweeps him. But if Brett's able to get his knee out, so say his knee is like in this area, he can completely turn his body over to this side and be looking at the ceiling, and Jeff doesn't advance his position, right? So you have mobility. So getting that knee out is huge. And you're just one step closer to taking mount or playing from 3/4 mount or entering into leg entanglements. I mean, it's just advantageous to do that in my mind. And it's a lot easier to deal with, you know, suddenly when they're playing half guard and Jeff's doing a great job of staying on his side, which is what you want to do. Suddenly that becomes an error, right? Because now you have rolling back takes, you have cross ashi entries, you have, you can just hunt for the head and arm choke. Like it just suddenly goes from a good position for the bottom player. I'm not in camera. Good position for the bottom player to like, this is not a good situation right now. I don't even know. I mean, yeah, I think pushing it up is the right way to go. Yeah, get your arm out. Man, maybe I should like come in and just start grabbing the lapel and just wrapping it around and see what happens. It looks kind of fun. Again, I mainly do no gi. Brett, you could possibly sprawl back out of that half guard right now? Maybe obviously you guys are against the wall, so you probably should move in a second. Yeah, Brett, I would say responding to the gi a little quicker in general, because I think you're letting Jeff set up all these situations. Yeah, you got a paper cutter choke. I don't know what that second arm is. Where's your second arm? No, it's back there. Yeah, you need that arm. You need that second arm under his shoulder, which you might be hunting for right now. Obviously, you have a brick wall right here, so that kind of stifles things. But you want this arm. You want this arm to snake down. So this would be underneath Jeff right now, and then up to the shoulder and hook the shoulder. I don't think Brett's in danger of getting choked right now, as long as he doesn't let anything come across his neck on this side. And I think Jeff's trying to set up a situation where that would be the case. Yeah, get off the wall. Thank you. There's time is running out. Brett's got great base, by the way. If I roll with Brett all the time. If you're wondering why, like, oh, why doesn't Jeff just sweep him? Like, Brett's got very good base. Him and I have rolled a bunch, so he's developed quite the base from a kneeling position due to my propensity to use the butterfly guard. So, not an easy duty sweep. All right, cool. Got some good lapel stuff. I would really appreciate it if you like and subscribe. Ring that notification bell. I get episodes like this out every week, every day, every morning, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Saturday. And if you want me to review one of your rounds, please hit me up and we'll try to hook you up, get you set up. Information's in the description below. And I'd love to have you on there. All right. I have no gi class in an hour. So I'm going to go do some nogi. All right. Have a great day, guys. Thank you. Bye.